Hello, ENC explorers. Mid-April in Eastern NC is that narrow window right before summer takes over. The azaleas are still hanging on, the dogwoods are in full bloom, and the spaces that felt bare a few weeks ago suddenly look like somewhere you actually want to spend time. If you can, get out early. By midday, the pollen is thick and the sun starts to feel a little more serious. This is what locals call yellow car week. If your car is coated in pollen overnight, that's not a problem. That's just Pitt County doing its thing. The pollen count this time of year is high enough to catch newcomers off guard, while long-time locals barely blink. Most of us just lean into it, and maybe keep a pair of sunglasses handy. This week, we're keeping things simple in the best way. One outing stays close to home with a slow morning walk through ECU's tree-lined campus, paired with one of the best coffee spots in Greenville. The other heads just outside town for a classic Eastern NC experience, wood-cooked barbecue that's been drawing attention for decades, followed by a low-key park stop that turns lunch into a full afternoon. Good week to leave the house. ECU Campus Walk Plus. Blackbeard Coffee takes you through one of the best-looking stretches of Greenville this time of year, where the main quad runs north to south as a true tree-lined green with blooming spring colour, open space, and a mix of classic brick buildings and modern architecture that makes it worth slowing down for once. Start your date at Blackbeard Coffee Roasters downtown for a fresh pour-over or latte. Then head over to campus and walk the main mall toward the central fountain plaza at your own pace. If you can go early, before 9 a.m. especially, you'll catch the quietest version of Greenville, with soft light filtering through the trees and barely any foot traffic. Plan about 60-90 minutes total and treat it like a slow loop from coffee to campus and back downtown. Skylight Inn BBQ Plus. Inclusive park stop is about as classic Eastern North Carolina as it gets. Skylight Inn BBQ has been doing things the same way since 1947, when Pete Jones opened it at just 17 years old, and they still cook whole hog barbecue over wood with no shortcuts. It's earned national attention over the years, from being featured in National Geographic's Backroads America to serving barbecue to President Reagan and Vice President Bush. But it still feels simple when you walk in. Chopped pork with crispy skin mixed in, cornbread, slaw, and a fast-moving line that locals know well. After lunch, head to Ayden District Inclusive Park, just a few minutes away, where the playground is designed for kids of all abilities with plenty of space to run around, making it easy to turn lunch into a full afternoon without spending anything extra. Barbara J. recommends the Saturday morning farmers market at Leroy James. Farmers market, which is back in full swing for spring. By April, you'll find fresh eggs, baked goods, and the first wave of local produce, with strawberries starting to show up if the weather cooperates. If you arrive after 9:30, a lot of the best items are already picked over, so go early, bring cash, and take a lap before you buy. The long-time local vendors tend to have the most consistent quality, and some of the more unique finds, like fresh lion's mane mushrooms, which we've even tried blended into coffee and were surprisingly good. This week's events start with ECU versus NC State Baseball on Tuesday, April 14th at 6 p.m. at Clark LeClaire Stadium, a midweek matchup that brings just enough rivalry energy to make a Tuesday night feel like a weekend plan. The stadium is one of the best college baseball venues in the country, and April games hit that sweet spot where it's warm enough to enjoy without the summer heat, making it an easy outing to grab a seat, pick up something from the concession stand, and settle in for a few innings. The OPA, Second Annual Greenville Greek Festival, runs Friday, April 17th and Saturday, April 18th at the American Legion Post 39, offering 2 full days of authentic Greek food, homemade desserts, traditional music, live dance performances, and a small market with art and crafts. It's the kind of event you can drop into for an hour or stay all afternoon, whether you're going for lunch, dinner, or just something different to do, with the added bonus that proceeds support the local Greek Orthodox Church and its community programs. Also, this weekend, ECU hosts Wichita State for a full conference home series Friday through Sunday at Clark LeClaire Stadium, with Friday night under the lights as the standout, Saturday afternoon as an easy daytime option, and Sunday as a relaxed way to close out the weekend. It's one of those weekends where you can build plans around the game or just drop in and enjoy a few innings. If you know someone who likes knowing what's actually worth doing around ENC, forward this their way. We write it for people who'd rather have a plan. Happy exploring, the ENC Explorer team.